Live. Live and in
All right, y'all. It is Fun Friday.
We are, yeah.
Golly, can you believe this March is going by fast.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, y'all. Welcome to Fun Fridays with TNT Podcast.
I'm Title Tina.
I am Tanika Donnell. Hey, y'all. Welcome. Thank you for tuning in today. It is Fun Friday. You know, this topic ain't so fun, though.
No, it's not.
Mm-hmm.
As a matter of fact, it's very toxic. Did you see how I did that?
Are you or anybody that you know in a potential toxic relationship? That's what we're going to talk about today. Because unfortunately, people are settling, don't you think? They are settling. They're settling, and we've gotten some letters, and they're like, am I in a toxic relationship? And after reading them, I'm like, oh, yeah, isn't it?
Have you ever been in a toxic relationship?
Yes, absolutely. Unfortunately, I have. I think everyone may have experienced it to some level.
How did you know it was toxic?
You know, I don't think, like, when you're in a relationship with a narcissist, you don't necessarily know that they are a narcissist until you, like, kind of reflect back, like, that joker, it was crazy. It was all about him.
I didn't even know I was in a relationship with a narcissist till my girlfriend pointed it out.
Ooh, so it took somebody else
to tell me,
pointing out that you potentially were in that. And
you weren't potential, girl. I was full-fledged in it.
But no one knew because...
In it.
No. You didn't know.
I didn't know.
Why do you think it was toxic, though? Like, what about it?
Because I felt my personality changing.
Hey, y'all. Thank you for joining today. Good to see you guys. Hey, today is Fun Fridays. I'm Tanika Donnell. This is
Title Tina.
Every Friday we come to you. We come to you with, what is this, TNT Podcast.
Oh, my God. You didn't even know who we are.
No, I'm just saying, I was thinking toxic,
you know
TNT.
I'm in a toxic relationship.
No, you're not. The devil is a lie. No, you're not.
No, you're not.
No,
the devil's lie. I got to take them words back.
You know what I'm
learned that in our seminar.
Right.
Take that back.
That's right. You shall say. You shall have whatever. So you shall say. Facebook, TikTok, everybody, watch what you say. Yeah. So today we're talking about what are some telltale signs that you're actually in a toxic relationship? How do you recognize it? And honestly, are you toxic? Are you the person? So, hello, what you
Man in the mirror, I'm laughing because a couple of times I had to take a look at myself.
Yeah. Hey, Calvin, thank you for joining.
Us. You know what I mean? Hi.
Yeah.
It's us.
It's us. It's us, or it's you, I guess you could say.
No, it's you. It's you.
Well, we're going to talk about some signs, some kind of signs about is it you, is it them, and how to differentiate it. So let's get into it because we do have some letters today.
Oh my God.
You know, it breaks my heart reading some of these.
You know what?
Yeah.
I like it better when dudes slide in my inbox trying to holler. I don't like it when we get these letters.
So your preference is,
like
hey, holler at her.
I like the DMs where they hollering at you like, what's up?
Yeah,
you know, I like those.
Well, have any of them been toxic?
I don't know.
What?
You know, they haven't passed the Social Security and Disability check.
Not the check yet.
So, I mean, they haven't passed that yet. Because if I look on your profile and you young and you got your hat to the side and you weren't a jersey,
can I ask
it's
you,
like it's a
what's
no
up
for
with the men profiles? The guys, talk to us. Where y'all don't have your own, you have AI or you have a picture of a dog or something like. What is up with that? I mean,
I don't mind the dog because I'm a dog person. I love dogs.
But that doesn't tell you anything about the individual.
Not male dogs though. Not men that are dogs. You know, dogs.
Get it right.
I like little
Maltese. Hey y'all, thank you for joining. Have you been in a toxic relationship? Mm-hmm. Can you just add in the comments if you've been in one? How did you get out of it? And were you the toxic person? Hey Robert, thank you for joining in. Today's the day that we're talking about bad toxic relationships. And a lot of people who honestly have wrote in and that we actually know, I'm just like...
The sad part of it is how many people are in narcissistic relationships and they don't know.
I think
if you
that's
don't know what a narcissist is,
tell
y'all look it up. But listen, I don't want to be responsible for any breakups or anything because you're like, oh my God, I'm dating a narcissist. Thank you, Kendra, for teaching me and
what did Kendra teach you about a narcissist? What are some of the traits?
I was always being gaslight because I actually thought I was crazy in the last relationship I was in, you guys. He had me second guessing everything. Mm-hmm. I would say, you know, you said this and I know that's what you meant. Mm-hmm. I know that's what you meant. I know that's what you meant. And he'd be like, no, I didn't say that. That's not what I meant. So I was thinking I was crazy.
So you were second guessing everything that he said.
No, second guessing everything that I said, which I knew was true.
Mm-hmm.
It was almost like when you see that show with Eddie Murphy. Remember that? I think it was Eddie Murphy did that show. He says, "That wasn't me. That wasn't me."
Mm-hmm.
I actually went through that, you guys.
So I understand what you're saying with the gaslighting. I understand second guessing yourself, but I think it's a mental game that narcissists play a lot when you're in a toxic relationship, because they're always right, you're wrong, you're never right. They're all it's their way or the highway. So y'all chime in. If you've been in that kind of relationship, how did you get out? What did you do?
The last one I had, he said, he used to say he would never apologize. This is what he would say. "I'm sorry you feel that way."
What?
But he would never ever apologize to me, you guys. Never once say I'm sorry for anything. Not once.
So why do you think people stay?
Hey, Pretty Ricky.
Pretty Ricky.
I know for me what it was.
Pretty Ricky. It's frustrating. What does it say? It's frustrating.
You know what it is? I think a lot. You have to really start to love yourself. For me, it was
self-love.
Yes, I didn't know it, but I really did not have a lot of self-love for myself.
It is always a frustrating conversation, to your point, when you're dealing with somebody who is toxic, who is a narcissist, who thinks that they're always right. They're not open to your ideas, your thought process, or why you feel a certain way.
No.
Pretty Ricky, have you been that, or have you been in a relationship like that?
I wonder if they know that they're narcissistic. Do you think they know?
I think people know and don't give a...
She can't say it. I can say it, but I'm afraid. Let me look and see. Is my mama watching?
Is your mama on
here?
here?
Is my mama watching?
Saying. Yeah, because I think of course, that's just who they are. Yes. And so they don't really understand there's anything wrong with their behavior, because that's how they've always been, that's who they are, and that's what they represent. So honestly, I don't think they think it's wrong.
They don't. They actually think that, I think they have, it's like a God complex.
Hold on. We got a recovering one. Okay, Pretty Ricky, you said you were, but you're not anymore. Can you type in what changed you?
Oh, no, he was in a relationship like that.
Were you the toxic person, though?
Wow.
Let's talk about it.
Like that. Wow.
Ricky, give us some details on it, because we want to know. And a lot of times we think it's just women, don't we?
It's not.
We think it's just women that are dealing with a man that's toxic, but fellas, you guys know the deal. You've probably been in a relationship with a toxic woman. We're not taking sides here. We're just saying it applies to men and women.
They make it about them.
Any comments? Any comments? Hello, good afternoon to you, Raymond. I don't have my glasses on, so I hope that was right. Thank you for tuning in today. We're talking about breaking up with toxic relationships. How do you get out? How do you know if you're in one? And if you're in one, why are you staying? Well, you know, why?
Okay, but if for those people that are married, how do you get out of it?
Married people who in the toxic marriage.
I mean, come on, we're always talking about the fact that
that's totally off right there.
Is it?
I don't like it.
It's not on.
Oh, my bad. Okay, so here we got all these cameras in here. Look, y'all forgive us. But here's the deal. So how marriage? You said the marriage. How do you stay in a toxic? Hey guy, thank you for joining in. Do you stay, if you're in a toxic marriage or somebody that is toxic, your spouse? When's the right time to leave? When's it okay to leave? When? Or do you have to stay?
I think you kind of have to.
Hey Joel,
stay.
thank you guys.
Who?
Somebody just, maybe it said just, not Joel, sorry.
You need your glasses on today.
I do. But my glasses are for close up. That's far away. Got something different today. So let's get into some of these questions. Okay, so we're going to go through a letter, guys, and let's know your thought. This one is called Walking on Eggshells. Okay, so let's listen to this one. Hello, Tanika and Tina. I've been married to my husband for 5 years, and I feel like I'm slowly disappearing. When we first met, he was charming and attentive, but now I spend every day trying to predict his mood. If dinner isn't perfect, or if I speak to the wrong person at a party, he becomes cold and distant for days. Have any of y'all experienced that? Ooh, dang. He's never hit me, but sometimes
words hurt worse than a lick.
I think it might be easier than the silent treatment that can last for weeks over minor issues. I've stopped seeing my friends because he always finds something wrong with them. I've quit my book club because he says it was changing me and making me difficult. I check my phone constantly when I'm out running errands because if I miss his call, I'm faced with an interrogation about where I was and who I was with. Ooh, Lord. My sister says this isn't normal, but he tells me I'm too sensitive and that I misinterpret everything. Sometimes I believe him. Maybe I'm overreacting, but I can't remember the last time I made a decision without first considering how he would react. Not feel or his opinion, how he would react.
I'm not doing that.
I feel exhausted all the time. Am I in a toxic relationship or am I just trying too hard to make him happy? Girl, look, who is this? Vanishing in Vermont. What y'all think about this? What? Is she in a toxic relationship or not? Because honestly, I would say, heck yeah.
She's definitely, hey Jennifer, she's definitely in a toxic relationship. And what I just run.
Not walk, but run.
And I mean, I'm talking about, what's that girl that Shakira Richards, what's the name?
Who?
The girl,
what's her name? The fast one.
Richardson. Miss
Yeah.
Richardson. Run faster than she's doing.
She's
yes,
doing,
run.
Mm-hmm. It sounds like a conditional. Oh, you did run? Oh, who's that? Hey, I'm a man,
Christine.
sis. As a man,
Hey,
this
pretty
white
Nikki.
paper is messing me up. As a man, run fast. You know what? You guys are right. Everybody should run. Get up out of this. But you know what? You think you're in love. You've been in the relationship for quite a while. How does she get out? How does she really get out of something like this when she's married? Because she's married. She's not dating, y'all. She's married.
They would say, pray about it.
Now, of course, I'm gonna say that. But then, if he's not changing, what should she do?
Replace him. Y'all know I'm good for the one word that replace him.
So here's the deal, y'all. If you are dealing with something like this, first of all, it's a real phenomenon. Yes, a lot of times our people are scared of their financial situation if they get out. Just deal with it. If you marry him, deal with it. Ooh, Jerome is deep here. Jerome says, if you marry that person, you got to deal with it. Is that really true, Jerome? I mean, there's no way to get out. If this person, then you have kids with them. Jerome, move and then file for a divorce immediately. So
I'm with you.
And that sounds easy, y'all. That sounds easy, but for her, she feels trapped. I said she feels trapped to me. She feels trapped because she doesn't even realize that her sister was the one who had to explain it. She thinks this is normal.
No, it's not normal. Let me tell you, anytime that you're in a relationship and you don't feel like you're being seen or heard, it's not normal. It's just not normal.
Jerome, can I just talk to yours? Jerome said basically before you get married, you should kind of have vetted this. Sometimes you don't know until you know.
Oh, no. We talked about that last week.
Yeah.
Sometimes people send their representative. And that, listen, I told you, you don't know anybody until you're under the same roof.
I say she should exhaust every opportunity because I'm not sure if he'd be open to counseling or having a third party in there to understand the differential.
Every avenue to say the marriage before walking away.
I agree.
I hope it's exit alley.
No, you know when you were in a commit. We've both been married before. When you are in a committed, covenant relationship, there are going to be things and obstacles that you're gonna pray your way through and say, is this worth getting out? There's infidelity, there's toxicity, there's all kinds of things. But isn't first I'm going to get a divorce? You try to work through it.
Eventually, that you can keep praying. But I'm one of those women that eventually I'm gonna just take action.
Well, we all got to do that.
Especially I have to take action because
how long should you
and
wait?
I'm trying to. I did not want to end up going to jail, so it was best for me to leave. Right?
That's facts.
Better to leave than to get a jail sentence.
That's true.
So I had to actually leave because I think a lot of times, but you know what? Maybe if you focus more, maybe what she should do is focus more on herself, find out what she likes, what she wants to do, get her voice back. Because he's not gonna make me stop talking. If I have friends like
that's crazy.
That's crazy.
From your friends and family.
I have a thing.
Let's talk about it.
Unless they're single friends, and he has an issue with that, I understand that.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. So one day we're gonna get married again to a man, not at each other. Are you saying if one of us is single, you shouldn't still be friends with that single person?
No, you should still be friends with them. But listen,
what are you saying?
It's definitely a heart issue where one is being self-centered. See,
yes,
right.
The husband in this scenario is being
Christine.
very self-centered because he wants it his way and his way only.
Hey, Kennedy.
I'm wondering if she ever had a voice for herself and said, "This, I feel a certain way when you treat me this way." So for her,
I bet she said it.
She didn't say she did. She said, "Is this normal?" She's questioning, "Is it normal or not?" And she said,
"This is the thing.
She's on pins and needles."
I'm going to assume this is an older woman.
Why?
I've been married 5 years. Well, maybe.
No, that has nothing to do with her age.
She could be 23.
She could have been a 55-year-old, a single woman, finally got married.
Okay.
So age ain't, I mean, you know.
But listen,
I'm just saying,
at a certain age, we all know how we should be treated, how we want to be treated. I mean, hey, Derek. Hey, Jonathan. Okay, y'all, we got all these cameras going. But there should be some point in time where you know how you want to be treated. So for her asking her, is this normal?
I think that sometimes people end up choosing the same type of toxic individual to be with.
That's because they're vibrating on the wrong frequency.
Exactly. That's my point.
You got to change it. My son talks about the shock. Mm-hmm. You got to change your vibration. He always says, "Mama, vibrate high." Now, some of y'all vibrating too low. Y'all basement. We need to go to the penthouse. Okay? You vibrating on the basement. You got to go to the penthouse. She is vibrating at the basement.
So here, ladies, gentlemen, so here's what she's saying. I'm doing everything that I can to make him happy. He's never happy. I'm always on pins and needles. So how do I...
But that's the problem. Yeah. She's doing everything to make him happy.
I agree. There you go.
What about making herself happy?
I think it's a two-way street.
I had to learn that. Thank you, guys. I had to learn that because... You end up losing yourself. And I think sometimes as women, that's something that we deal with. We lose ourselves in our kids. We lose ourselves in our husbands and jobs. We tend to lose ourselves.
Mm-hmm. I agree. So for her, she needs to find her voice again and let him know how his communication style is affecting her.
She would have to ask God to help her to be free from the yokes of her husband.
Absolutely.
Now, we say that. Now, I speak that, but in the Bible, it says really, he doesn't like divorce. You really shouldn't get married again until your first husband is dead.
Wait. Okay.
That's right.
But hold on. He also says, don't be someone who is unevenly yoked with you.
So you said she's unevenly yoked?
Absolutely. And I think so.
So she made a bad choice.
I think so.
I've been there.
I've been there. But I'm saying, of course. So I don't know if people are asking the right questions before they enter in these relationships and marriages. They're just so happy to be in a relationship, so they take any kind of treatment. So you should love yourself. Ooh. Someone says I'm not.
It's the fish analogy. Somebody said on here, I'm here for it with my clip loaded. Oh, goodness. Mm-hmm. I know that means if you keep catching the same type, Jonathan says if you keep catching the same type of person when you're dating, you have to do more than change your perfume and cologne. Oh,
that's good. So that's why I said I think it might be a cycle of being attracted to the same type of people.
And Derek says you can't spend so much time being something for someone else that you lose touch with who you are. See, that's what I was talking about. That's fact. Bars, marriage is a sacred covenant
gift from God.
We're partners or stewards of each other. Oh, I like that. Stewards of each other.
You guys are, but he is not a steward over her. He is like a tyrant.
He sure is.
He's a tyrant.
Like some other stuff going on around here. But anyway.
So I would say on this one, she asked, is she in a toxic relationship?
She is.
I think we're going to say a resounding what?
Yes.
Yes, she is.
Now, she didn't ask us how to fix it. Run.
She said, am I trying too hard to make him happy? Yes, you have. Yes, you are. And it's time to get on up or get some mutual counseling that can help you guys. Oh, no, black man without a heart. You said this is why you will never marry again. Too much stress. So what, you going to be by yourself for an eternity? Come on now.
Wait, black man,
you're picking the wrong person.
Hold on. Are you going to be shacking? Title Tina. Somebody said Title Tina definitely needs a transformation through the man definitely needs a transformation through the Holy Spirit.
You ain't lying.
To see his wife in the
that's facts.
That's facts.
But what if he is not a believer, or what if he doesn't see that he needs that? Then what should she do?
You see, like Derek just said, what you accept, you're condoning.
That's good.
That's true. And I wouldn't accept it. I'm just not. I did it for a while, and I'm like, no.
Before we leave that, I think I think for everyone's sake, your mental health is important.
You believe it.
And so for her, I think she needs to seek the outside counsel and advice from a counselor who can help her with her mental health and maybe help her esteem to get where it needs to be in order for her to identify this as toxic. So I think for her individually, she needs to put the work in and get the help needed in order to make sure she can identify what this is.
You know, we have
married twice, both cheated. Oh, black man without a heart. I am not against marriage, but I'm not.
They both cheated?
But I'm not doing it. So,
you said both cheated?
Wait a minute now. Men and women cheat, so that's not.
They do, but he's saying both cheated.
I understand that. So, did you, like in the communication, sir? Did you, are you picking the same type of woman?
No, you know what? I don't think that's it.
What is it?
I think sometimes people are going to be who they are.
So
people are going to be who they are. And
are there any telltale signs?
But then the other thing, okay, let me tell you this, and I'm going to just say a harsh truth. They cheated. Same thing happened with me. Both marriages, they cheated. But you know what I had to look at?
What?
Not that I made them do it, but I wasn't fulfilling something. I was wrapped up in my kids the first time. The last time I was wrapped up in my career. So sometimes we have to look at ourselves. Not saying that we're making our spouse do anything, but what is it that we're not doing? What is it that we're...
keep leaning up. We keep leaning up and it's missing us.
I'm sorry, go ahead. This one? Yes. What are you missing? I mean, look at you. I had to look at me. Mm-hmm. Amen. Love my queen. That's what I'm saying.
We missed something about, I'm not sure, the tank one. Mallory, you have a story. What is your story? Is that what it says? I have story? This is for everybody. White, black, blue, green. Toxic is toxic. So you asked about, is this ethnic? No, it's not. Mm-mm. What it is it's a discussion about, are you in a toxic relationship? And if you are, why are you there? And are you the toxic person? So that's what this discussion is about today. Set boundaries, have clear discussions, the voice of reason. I like this. Have fruitful conversations? This thing is too far for me to see. Yeah. Golly. God is the only one who created marriage. All we have to do is follow his instructional book. Amen to that. But lots of people aren't doing it. They aren't doing it.
Oh, yeah. They're not. They're not.
You want to go to the next one?
Oh, that's on me, y'all. Let me read this. I hope I got a good one. I've been dating my girlfriend for 2 years.
So this is from a guy, right?
I'm not gonna assume that. Okay. I've been dating my girlfriend for 2 years, and our relationship has become a roller coaster. I can't seem to get off. One day she's telling me I'm the love of her life. The next she's threatening to leave me over something as simple as liking someone else's social media post. When we fight, which is often, she brings up every mistake I've ever made. She'll text me 30 times if I don't respond immediately. But when I need emotional support, she tells me I'm too needy and suffocating her. She's gone through my phone twice while I was sleeping and accused me of cheating, though I never have. The thing is, when things are good between us, they're really good. She can be incredible, loving, and thoughtful. She knows me better than anyone else. She says things like, no one would ever love you like I do. That's
classic.
That's classic. And I believe her. Oh, that's classic too. The problem is I'm not sure that's a good thing anymore. Here's the second part of it. My friends have stopped inviting us to places because they never know which version of us will show up. Yeah. Now, notice what he says, version of us. Maybe it should be her. He should always be the same, but I get it. But I've lost touch with my brother because she says he disrespects our relationship. I'm constantly anxious, wondering what I'll do wrong. Is this just what passionate relationships look like? No. Or is something wrong?
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Hold on. Black men with no heart.
Perspective, toxic relationship. Either the letters that we just received that were in our inbox, these are from people that are in a toxic relationship.
Yes.
So it's not from the narcissist perspective.
No.
Although we might have someone.
But you can make the comments if you want to.
Derek said, "Run, pimp, run." Amen. I'm going to tell the black men the same thing that I tell black women. Run, pimp, run.
So let's go. Let's delve into that a little bit. They've been together for 2 years. They've been up and down the entire time. The person is critical of everything that he does. How do you all not see that this is toxic? How do you think he's missing it?
Because I don't think men, they're seeing this being stronger. I don't see. They think that that's just her being a woman because they think that women are temperamental anyway. But bro, run like hell. Speed on.
Do you think people confuse that little like they feel like somebody's a little jealous, so they love me? Do you understand what I'm saying? Do you think people fall into that?
But don't you want to be that way? Like where you
okay, that's what I'm talking about it. That's what I'm talking about it. That's why I'm talking about it.
Oh,
because I think everybody wants to feel desired, right?
Yes.
And I think everybody wants to know whoever they're with is attractive to other people, right?
Right.
But when it leads to this situation where it's,
I think a little jealousy in a relationship is healthy, y'all. Because it keeps the excitement going. Now, I'm not talking about jealousy where, dude is hiding behind trees and bushes. But you want him to still act like, where you going?
Right.
I like a brother that said,
right.
who you going? Who you with?
Yeah.
You want to hear that sometimes.
I understand.
It's attractive.
But when they start going through, love keeps what? No records. That's 1 Corinthians.
Love doesn't keep any records, but I do.
And receipts.
I keep records. Matter of fact, that's
she
one
might be a little toxic, y'all.
A little. Hell, I'm a lot toxic.
Let's talk about that. Whoa. Are you proud of it too? So wait a minute. Let's talk about that because we've got a toxic person here. So she just said it. So let's talk about do you have toxic traits?
I think I have toxic traits because I'm gonna tell you.
Give us one.
I can relate to some of the things that lady said in that letter.
Tell us the one thing that you related to.
No, the gentleman here. I'm telling you.
What?
Right here. Where
Are you too needy and you're suffocating?
No, I'm not. That probably is a little bit too much. I'm not needy and I'm not suffocating.
Words.
No, definitely not that. Probably a little too free spirited sometimes.
Yeah.
But
people can misinterpret that.
They can misinterpret, because I stay kind of like standoffish, but I'm not really standoffish. But as far as the trust aspect, and
Jerome, our producer, is helping us. Jerome, you've been single for 19 years.
Oh, that's terrible.
Because is this the one that had been cheated on twice? Is that what? Jerome, okay, let's talk about this. So is it because now you don't trust anyone?
Hi.
And now you don't want your heart hurt again?
Hey.
Is that, did he also say he has a girlfriend and a puppy? Is that just a puppy?
The puppy will be good.
I
got my baby.
But Jerome, wait a minute. Have you gotten counseling for this? Because if you're not addressing some of the hurt and the anger and the resentment towards that, then are you able to have a relationship again?
Therapy helps. I went to therapy.
Your mental health is important.
I went to counseling. I did. I went.
He got married really young. He says I got married when I got out of high school.
Oh.
And it just didn't work out.
That's how it happened.
And then some. I can't see that.
So I stayed by myself.
So you stay by yourself. Oh, is that what you want?
I would be.
Because if you want and desire a relationship, you deserve it.
Okay. See, somebody. Hey, Joel. Better late than never. Good morning. Good morning, Joel.
Hey, Joel. Thanks for joining in today.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so Derek says it's been proved that a certain amount of jealousy is healthy. However, when it brings controlling to your life,
that's what I'm saying.
It's time to cut it off. See, it is, but it is a little bit of jealousy,
but
it is healthy.
Healthy, but when it becomes over excessive. When it becomes over excessive and it becomes something that now is detrimental to the relationship, you flipped it. Now what? You flipped it. Now what?
Baby.
Yeah,
I'm sorry. They see you. Somebody was dialing in.
Oh, so yes, you just needed you tried for mental. So I understand that. So you do have to take care of yourself. You have to take care of your needs first. There's always you've got to do that so that you can be in a healthy state. Marriage nowadays to what? Okay, so you think marriage is overrated? Is it because of toxic people or is it because of your toxic choices of the people? He says marriage is overrated.
See, okay, stop. I'm so sick of hearing people say that marriage is not overrated. Marriage is not overrated.
Well, in his opinion, he said it's overrated. So I wish you'd go deeper. So you're saying sometimes it's not worth the work you have to put in your opinion?
In my opinion,
that's what I'm just asking.
If people are saying it's not worth the work, then they're just lazy.
Well, here's what
anything you do takes work. The same amount of work that we put in going to do our jobs, run our businesses, raise our kids. We can do the same thing in trying to work in having a healthy relationship.
Absolutely.
It takes work for me every morning to get up and study and read my word. But am I going to stop doing it? No. I'm going to still get up and do it. So anything worth having is worth working for.
And that includes, of course, marriage. And you're bringing two people.
Somebody just said this is a brown liquor kind of conversation today. Oh my God. It's a brown liquor.
Is it the Hennessy? Is that brown or Crown? I don't know.
See, I don't drink. I don't drink,
so I'm guessing. I don't know.
It's vodka. Vodka's
vodka's clear.
Clear.
We do know that. Okay, so we.
Oh, I should have
Is
said
tequila brown? I don't know. We don't drink.
tequila?
So the point is, oh, it's white.
too.
Oh, my bad.
Y'all ever know?
Okay, but if it wasn't for the Spirit of God to guide you, these. I'm sorry, it's white and it's on white, so I apologize if we can't read the whole thing.
Yeah.
So if it wasn't the Spirit of God in you to guide you, you would be toxic. Or you would be what?
Thank you for. Hey Felicia, how are you?
Hey guys, thank you so much
Felicia,
for joining
hey,
in. Today we are just to kind of get a baseline for those people that are joining. Today we're talking about, are you in a toxic relationship? If you are you the toxic?
If you are, get out.
But what if you're the toxic person? And does anybody have the courage to say,
oh my God, black man with a heart? Listen here, stop. Listen. He's on my current life is stress free.
Wow.
No wife. A very happy life.
Well, we're happy for you. If that's what you want, we are so happy. I'm happy for him. If that's what he wants. Because
listen, I don't want to be alone. I don't think. I think
the Bible doesn't say we're supposed to be alone. That's why He created a helpmeet for Adam and Eve.
The problem with us is this: it would be so easy for me to be bitter and resentful because I've had two failed marriages. Mm-hmm. One awesome one. Mm-hmm. The Lord called him home. Mm-hmm. But that doesn't mean that I'm going to give up on
love, on hope, on.
I'm not.
No.
On the sanctity of marriage. I'm not going to do that because I had a bad experience. You know, one bad apple does not spoil the whole bushel.
True. And I think your picker needs to be reassessed.
Steve.
You know what I'm saying? Sometimes, I'm not trying to be funny, but do you think people settle because they're tired of being single? And then since they settled, they don't have God's very best. And since it's not God's very best, they're in toxic type relationship.
The only thing you should settle is a lawsuit. Don't settle in life, okay?
I think it's ISZ. Thank you so much. Proverbs chapter 3, 5, and 6 is a guide. It is a literal roadmap for marriage. It is.
Which one?
Proverbs 3, 5, and 6. It's about understanding, getting understanding.
You got that one? Look,
it's about getting understanding.
Joel just said, please remember, per the Bible, jealousy and envy are the first of the one of the oldest sins. Trust and love strengthens a relationship.
It
does.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I know. It's my brother.
Yeah.
People who say that something is not worth it says that they choose the wrong partner. Situation.
Yeah.
See, that's it.
Yeah.
But that's why we shouldn't let that build up and change our perspective or our views on marriage, relationships. You know, you just can't.
Don't do it, y'all.
Don't do it. And not only that, especially if you're a really good dude or a good woman, don't deprive somebody of enjoying you.
And you enjoying them.
Each other.
Absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Here's a question for you guys, and please type in the comments. Do you think people can change their toxic behavior? So if you were the toxic person, do you think that you can change?
Hey.
Let's talk about it.
Can you change?
Do you think you can change?
I think everybody can change.
If they have a heart's desire to do so.
And with the power of prayer.
Yes, and counseling.
Counseling helps. Especially, I can only speak from the African American community. Y'all see I'm black, right? So I can only speak from that.
He says you cannot change independently. You need the Lord's help.
That's right.
Amen. That's right.
Amen.
Hello. Thank you for joining in, country boy. Where you been?
Oh my God, we didn't see him.
I know.
Country boy.
Hey, Fun Fridays, y'all. We're here every Friday from 11:30 a.m. Central Standard Time, talking about relationships, talk whatever we talk about, God, relationships, etc. Today we're talking about bad toxic relationships. Are you
in a toxic relationship?
And
are you the one that's toxic?
Hello.
That's what we're talking
Country
about.
boy, are you toxic?
No.
We know you're not.
Hey, country boy laughing. Hello, ladies.
But have you been in a toxic relationship is another thing.
I have.
How many?
Oh, girl, too many to count. But
so,
see, you know what I had to do?
What did you do?
It was me choosing. Now I'm praying and letting the Lord lead me to the right partner.
Do you think people say that and do it, and then God gives them signs, and they still press ahead?
I'm trying to figure out why I got this. What's this on me? If this is toothpaste, I'm sorry.
It's a toxic relationship. I think you're saying polyamorous or whatever that is. Yes, I would say that's not a real relationship. Who is that?
That's not toxic. That's just downright dysfunctional. It's not toxic.
I thought you were going to say the devil. That's what I thought you were going to say.
Dysfunctional. The devil is a lie, and it's dysfunctional.
This is not this kind of party, man.
Let me tell you what it is.
What is that? That's toxic.
You know what I believe? I believe those are people that are saying, you know what?
I give up.
I give up.
Yeah.
I've been hurt. Mm-hmm. This is how it's going to be. anyway, so I'm just gonna make sure you date this person.
Country boy, you toxic?
That's the same
When you
as,
say yes, I am. Are you saying yes, you're toxic?
No.
What? No, that's
it's greed. It's
greed.
I love
yeah,
that.
so those kind of relationships, you're greedy, you want it all, you're not willing.
You're not willing to sell. Think about when you had your kids and they used to go to the store and they had a toy. You told them they could pick what out the store? One toy. One toy. Now, so why are you in the store trying to take the whole damn toy out?
So here, Lightning McQueen says, just have to ask which one was the toxic one, asking for a friend. She mentioned she was toxic.
Wait a minute.
Yeah. Huh? Which one was it? He said it was her. She toxic, but she's working on it.
I'm like a recovering alcoholic. I'm a recovering.
Sometimes you have setbacks.
Yeah, I'm recovering. Sometimes I have a setback. But no. Y'all, I'm not but you know what it was? Insecurity. Where mine from was from me being insecure.
Ooh, talk about that. So
it did.
So you were the one that was toxic, and it was because of your insecurities.
It was because I was insecure myself. Then all of a sudden, y'all, I realized something.
What?
God created me. So I am the bomb. Okay? Mm-hmm. All of us are that God created.
Yeah.
So when I came into the realization of that, then that changed. I'm not toxic anymore.
So
and the other thing was with mine was the jealousy and all this stuff. It was a fear of abandonment.
Yeah.
And sometimes we have to look at that because that goes back from our childhood.
Can I ask something with that?
Bedroom bandit.
You're a toxic bedroom bandit. You just trying to get us to make you go live, and we not. We don't know what you're trying to say, but
look, I'm gonna say this. Country boy, we sure did miss you. We missed you. We missed you.
Forget what I was about to say.
Exactly. You want me to fan you?
No.
Okay.
I don't need that. It ain't like that. So listen. I was talking about. We're talking about toxic.
Some of the traits. I love it. Somebody said, "Damn, thank you for your honesty." That's the first. Hey, I have to. But you know what? When we learn to be honest with ourselves,
then
that's when growth occurs, right?
Facts.
So that's where. Hey, Carolyn.
This
Joel
is what
said
it was.
everyone can change. I mean, we got some comments over here. Joel said everyone can change over time, but it takes time. And then Derek says you can't spell dysfunctional without the word fun.
Oh wow.
Polyamorous is dysfunctional.
That's funny. That's funny. So one of your traits that you had being toxic was, did you say jealousy and insecurity? Those
jealousy and insecurity.
So what are some traits that you guys have experienced in toxic relationships? What are some of the traits? She said jealousy, insecurity, I think manipulation, I think fear. Those are some of the adjectives and things that come to mind when I think about toxic.
Me too, but I want to make sure I do this. Okay. Hey, Ray, Professor, Richard, Miss LaPreeze.
Thank you guys for joining in.
Thank y'all for joining in. Sheila, Wesley. Hey, we appreciate you guys so
Absolutely.
much. Over here, Joel, Derek. We had Stephen, Carolyn. I love it.
Thank you guys for joining in.
Toxic and slow to recover. That needs to be on a t-shirt.
I know.
Toxic and slow to recover. I think that's a lot of things. Of people that have been in toxic relationships, they're afraid to get into another relationship.
Well, I think we experienced that with the gentleman that was on here, being cheated on twice, having your heart crushed, not maybe wanting to experience that again, and then you're like, I'm out. Tap me out.
It would have been easy for me to do that though, but I did not.
Why did you not?
I kept getting back on that horse, y'all, and I'm telling you, a sister got scarred up a bunch of times, but I kept climbing back up on that horse because I believe in love. I love love. I function better when I'm when there's two of us, when we're walking in the same direction. Because I think even in our community, we need to come together and build more
together.
And and more people need to see us having a family unit, because when you look at it, we have more single. Hey, Kimberly.
We talked about this on some of our podcasts in the past. When relationships, and especially in the Black community, dysfunctional, break up, it causes an effect, long-term effect on our wealth.
It does.
It's a generational curse that should be bound.
Curse. Yeah. And for me, I'm determined to break that curse that I believe is in my family, and somebody has to do it. So it has to start somewhere. So
do you believe that started with you to say, I have some toxic traits in me that I need counseling to hone out, to get out of me so I can be prepared for God's very best?
Yes.
That's what I think
counseling
is missing.
And mentorship.
And accountability partners.
This is one of my accountability partners.
I be
sometimes, yes, you do. I don't want to hear it sometimes. Y'all, she don't know it. Sometimes she be going off. I put the phone to the side. I just set it on the nightstand and be letting it go.
Whatever.
Then every once in a while I say, just set it back down.
Yeah.
We all have at least one time. Our producer said, everybody does.
Yeah. And so what's your toxic trait? Anybody want to be honest and transparent and say what their toxic trait is? Hey, from Omaha, Nebraska. Thank you guys.
Wow.
Street Singer, thank you for joining in.
Oh.
This is Tanika Donnell, and this is
Love what you do.
Title
Title Tina. I'm reading the comment. I'm trying to read the
We
comments.
appreciate you guys so much.
Oh,
This is Fun Friday. Every Friday we come together, we kick our heels back, and we talk about things that always come up in, in conversations.
Not that are just our